Well, I think you continually have to remind your team about the importance of team basketball. And if you look recently in the NBA, even UConn women's basketball, with all the statistics available now, the teams that are winning the most amount of games are the teams that pass the ball the most. Also, there's a statistic that Brad Stevens has that after two ball reversals, your points per possession go way up. So I think it's been proven that passing ball movement is very difficult to guard. So how do you get people that might have their thought or self-interest in that I have to score to get a scholarship or I have to score to get playing time? I think it's just reinforcing every day when there's an open man, you just say one more pass or open man, and guys are communicating. And when your team develops over time, there's a level of trust. You have guys that are together for 4 years. There's a chemistry. There's a belief in the same values. So you come in as a ninth grader and you see 12th graders. Like we have a student athlete going to Georgetown this year, and he only averaged about 13 points a game. He scored 30 a couple times, but he's going to play in the Big East and average 13 points a game. So how is that possible? Well, because like I said, we had 8 guys score over 5 and a game on average. And of those 8, they've all scored over 10 points at one point in time. So the ninth graders come in and they see, wow, that's worked for that kid. He scored only 13 points a game. I don't have any. And I think the legacy of the program, and that's a challenge, is difficult for some people that don't have the Basketball Hall of Fame, 1,100 wins, 200 players in college, 8 NBA players. They don't have the track record. But even for us, we point to NBA guys. So if we want to develop a move, we'll say, well, did you see that Steph Curry ball handling move? Let's try that out. So you have to point to somebody that's a level above where you're at, or the Spurs, the way they move the ball. Oh, who saw the Spurs last night? They made 4 passes and then got a wide open shot. So you have to continually reinforce that message. But one of the things throughout the history of St. Anthony basketball, going back to player David Rivers. Here's a good story. David Rivers went to Notre Dame, and he's top 5 in a lot of statistical categories. First round draft pick by the Lakers in the 1980s, and backed up Magic Johnson. And one night I was watching NBA Classics, NBA TV Classics reruns, and the Lakers are playing in the NBA championship. And all of a sudden I hear David Rivers, Jersey City, New Jersey. Magic Johnson was injured, and as a rookie in the NBA, David Rivers started an NBA championship game. And one of the things about Dave Rivers was not only could he score, not only could he defend, he was a great passer. So passing is part of the fabric of the program. It's a core fundamental belief. Coach Hurley's son has the assist record for the NCAA for all of college basketball. Kyle Anderson plays with the Spurs, graduated from St. Anthony High School, and he was a multi-talented player, pass, rebound, and score. So if you have a player, Kyle is an All-American, first-round draft pick, plays in the NBA, and Kyle might have only averaged 16 points a game in high school, but he probably averaged about 8 or 9 assists a game. So if it works for Kyle, if it works for Bobby Hurley Jr., if it works for the 50 other Division I point guards Coach Hurley said, well, then it's certainly going to work for you. So again, like a lot of the drills, if you're not moving the ball, you have to have a feel for that as a coach to say, get the ball moving, get the ball moving. You have to coach your team up. You have to teach them. I don't think there's one thing. Well, this is probably the best thing. 0.5 that the Spurs believe in. Drive it, pass it, or shoot it in 0.5 seconds. So the ball is moving quickly, quick decision making. People aren't holding the ball. They're not massaging it. So if the ball is sticking, say 0.5, and someone's now going to look to drive it, draw the help, and then you have to be a smart basketball player. When the help comes, you got to find the open man. So 0.5. And just continually seeing where your team is in terms of, is one guy trying to break the offense, just drive and score, and it's not working out. And then as a coach, you have to say, this is not working out for you right now. You've tried 3 times in a row to drive the ball, and you just shot up a bad shot. Well, we're going to have to replace you with someone that's going to do what we want you to do, what's best for the team. So having the accountability in addition to the coaching and the teaching, I think is key.